Arizona is a state located in the southwestern region of the United States. It is known for its stunning natural landscapes, including the Grand Canyon, as well as its vibrant cities like Phoenix and Tucson. Arizona is a popular destination for tourists from all over the world who come to explore its many attractions. One of the most popular places to visit in Arizona is Havasu Falls. Havasu Falls is a beautiful waterfall located in the Havasupai Indian Reservation in northern Arizona. The waterfall is situated at the bottom of a deep canyon and is surrounded by lush green vegetation, making it a picturesque spot for nature lovers and photographers. Visitors can access the falls via a hiking trail that begins at the top of the canyon. The hike is relatively easy and takes about an hour to complete. However, the trail can be steep in some sections, and there are some ladders that need to be climbed. Once visitors reach the bottom of the canyon, they will be rewarded with stunning views of Havasu Falls. The water is a beautiful turquoise color and cascades down a rocky cliff face. There are several different viewpoints from which to admire the falls, as well as plenty of opportunities for photography. In addition to the main waterfall, there are also smaller waterfalls and pools located throughout the canyon. These areas are popular spots for swimming and picnicking. Havasu Falls is a sacred site for the Havasupai people, the indigenous tribe that lives on the reservation. According to legend, the falls were created when a young girl named Supai fell from the sky and landed in the canyon. The Havasupai people believe that the falls have healing powers, and many people come to the reservation specifically to swim in the waters. In addition to its natural beauty, Havasu Falls is also home to a variety of plant and animal life. The area is home to a variety of cacti, trees, and other types of vegetation. Visitors may also spot animals such as lizards, snakes, and even the occasional mountain lion. If you are planning a trip to Arizona, then you should definitely consider visiting Havasu Falls. It is a truly stunning place that will leave you feeling refreshed and rejuvenated. Just be sure to plan ahead and make reservations in advance, as the falls are very popular and access is limited. In this video, I'm going to show you some of the best places that you can visit in Arizona. Arizona is known for its beautiful landscapes, from the Grand Canyon to Sedona's red rocks. The state has something for everyone. Whether you're looking for outdoor adventures, cultural attractions, or simply want to relax in the beautiful scenery, Arizona has it all. One of the most popular places to visit in Arizona is the Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon is a mile deep and 18 miles wide. It is one of the 7 natural wonders of the world. The best way to see the Grand Canyon is by hiking down into it. There are several trails that lead to the bottom of the canyon, but the Bright Angel Trail is the most popular. The hike is about 9.5 miles round trip and takes most of the day, but the views are absolutely worth it. Once you reach the bottom of the canyon, you can explore the different trails and take in the stunning views. You can also take a mule down into the canyon. Mules are the main mode of transportation for people who work at the bottom of the canyon. The Grand Canyon is truly a sight to behold, and it's an experience that you will never forget. Another place that you have to visit in Arizona is Sedona. Sedona is a small town that is surrounded by red rocks. The town is known for its spiritual energy and its beautiful scenery. One of the best things to do in Sedona is to go on a Jeep tour. This is a great way to see the town and the surrounding areas. You can also go on a pink Jeep tour. The pink Jeeps are a Sedona staple, and they're sure to give you a unique experience. If you're looking for something a little more relaxing, you can also take a hot air balloon ride. This is a great way to see the red rocks at sunrise or sunset. No matter what you do in Sedona, you're sure to be amazed by the beauty of the area. One of the hidden gems of Arizona is Havasu Falls. Havasu Falls is a beautiful waterfall that is located in the Grand Canyon. The falls are blue-green in color, and they are surrounded by red rocks. To get to the falls, you have to hike down into the canyon. The hike is about 10 miles round trip, but the views are absolutely worth it. When you finally see the falls, you will feel like you have died and gone to heaven. The water is so clear and refreshing, and the rocks are a beautiful shade of red. You can swim in the falls, or just relax and take in the beauty of your surroundings. Whatever you do, you're sure to have a great time at Havasu Falls. Another place that you should visit in Arizona is Jerome. Jerome is a historic mining town that is now a tourist destination. The town is known for its art galleries, restaurants, and shops. Jerome is also home to the Jerome State Historic Park. The park was once a copper mining town, and today it is a popular spot for hikers and history buffs. If you're looking for a unique experience, you can also stay at the Jerome Grand Hotel. The hotel is said to be haunted, and it offers guests a truly unforgettable experience. Finally, no trip to Arizona would be complete without a visit to the Lost Dutchman State Park. The park is named after the Lost Dutchman's gold mine, which is said to be hidden somewhere in the park. The park is home to a variety of hiking trails, picnic areas, and campgrounds. It's also a great place for bird watching and fishing. So that's what makes Arizona such a great place to visit. There's something for everyone. From the Grand Canyon to Sedona to Havasu Falls, you're sure to have an unforgettable experience. What do you think? Will you visit Arizona? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. This is the Grand Canyon, one of the natural world's most spectacular sights. But how was it formed? Well, that's what we're here to find out. So let's dig into the geology of the Grand Canyon. Hello and welcome to this channel. The Grand Canyon is located in the state of Arizona in the USA, and this vast gorge was formed over millions of years by the Colorado River as it eroded through layers of rock. The process started around 5 to 6 million years ago, when the Colorado River began its journey through the region. As the river flowed, it carried sediment that it had gathered from the surrounding rocks. This sediment, along with water from rainfall and snowmelt, caused the Colorado River to become a raging torrent in some places, carving out a deep canyon through the layers of rock below. The rocks exposed in the walls of the Grand Canyon tell a story of the Earth's history, spanning nearly 2 billion years. The oldest rocks at the bottom of the canyon are approximately 1,840 million years old, while the youngest are only 520 million years old. This makes the Grand Canyon a natural time capsule, providing an incredible display of the Earth's history. The Vishnu Schist, which can be found at the bottom of the Grand Canyon, is one of the oldest known rocks in North America. These metamorphic rocks were originally sedimentary rocks that were buried deep within the earth, where they were transformed by high temperatures and pressures into the Vishnu Schist. As the Colorado River continued to erode the rock, it revealed layer after layer of ancient history. Limestone formed from the accumulation of shells and other organic matter from ancient oceans. Shale, which is a type of sedimentary rock made from compressed mud and silt, sandstone composed of grains of sand cemented together over time, and much more. Each layer has its unique story to tell about the conditions and environment that existed when it was formed. But the Grand Canyon isn't just a collection of different rock types, it also contains fossils of ancient organisms. In fact, it's one of the best places in the world to find fossils of marine creatures that lived hundreds of millions of years ago, because these rocks were once part of the ocean floor. They contain a wealth of information about the life that existed at the time. Fossils of trilobites, brachiopods, and other ancient creatures have been found in the Grand Canyon, providing a glimpse into a world that existed long before the dinosaurs. The uplift of the Colorado Plateau, which includes the Grand Canyon, is still an ongoing process. The Colorado River continues to flow and erode the rock at a rate of about half a centimeter per year. And although it will continue to shape the Grand Canyon for millions more years, the forces that have shaped it in the past will not be the same. Volcanic activity, tectonic plate movement, and the continuous cycle of erosion and deposition will continue to work together to shape the Grand Canyon into the future. Even today, scientists are still learning new things about the Grand Canyon. New techniques and technologies are helping researchers make new discoveries about the age of the rocks, the history of the Colorado River, and the ancient environments that existed in the Grand Canyon. One recent study used cosmogenic isotopes to determine the uplift history of the Colorado Plateau. This study provided new insights into the forces that have shaped the Grand Canyon and helped scientists better understand the complex history of this amazing place. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe for more videos about geology. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Did you know that the Grand Canyon is located in Arizona? The Grand Canyon is a mile deep, 18 miles wide, and 277 miles long. It took millions of years to form, and it's one of the 7 natural wonders of the world. The Grand Canyon is so big that it can be seen from space. It's also so big that there are different names for the different parts of it. The North Rim is the least visited part of the canyon, and it gets less than 100,000 visitors per year. That's because it's only open from May to October, and it's really hard to get to. The South Rim is the most popular part of the canyon, and it gets over 5 million visitors every year. That's because it's easier to get to, and there's more things to do there. The Colorado River is the main river that runs through the Grand Canyon. It's the same river that supplies water to 7 states. The Colorado River is also the state river of both Colorado and Arizona. The river is named after the Colorado Territory, which was named after the Spanish word for red, rojo. The Spanish were the first Europeans to see the river in 1540. They named it Rio de los Cuatro Corrientes, or River of the 4 Currents, because they saw 4 different currents of water coming from different directions. The Colorado River is one of the most important rivers in the United States. The river is also a popular destination for boaters and anglers. But the river is under a lot of stress from overuse. The 7 states that rely on the river for water have been in a legal battle for years over how much water each state is entitled to. In addition, the river is heavily polluted by agricultural runoff, sewage, and industrial waste. Despite all of these problems, the Colorado River is still one of the most iconic rivers in the United States. It's a vital resource for the American Southwest, and it's one of the country's most popular tourist destinations. If you want to learn more about the Grand Canyon, stay tuned for more updates. And don't forget to like and subscribe.
It's home to one of the world's greatest natural wonders, the Grand Canyon. Carving through layers of rock that are up to 2 billion years old. The best views are from the South Rim, which is the most visited. But the North Rim is much quieter and less crowded. You can hike down into the canyon on trails like the Bright Angel Trail or the Rim Trail. You can also raft down the Colorado River or take a helicopter tour for a bird's eye view. And if you're lucky, you might spot some elk, bighorn sheep, and condors along the way. There are also plenty of desert plants to see, including cacti and agaves. Over 5 million visitors come to the Grand Canyon each year to see its stunning beauty. It's one of the 7 natural wonders of the world and is truly a sight to behold. So, if you're planning a trip to Arizona, be sure to add the Grand Canyon to your list. It's an experience you won't forget.
Hey there, it's me with another great attraction for you to visit. This one is pretty unique. It's the Grand Canyon Skywalk. Have you ever been? Would you go? Let me know in the comments below. And while you're at it, make sure to give this video a quick thumbs up, because it helps me get this information out to more travelers like you, including some pretty cool giveaways that you can enter for your chance to win. Alright, let's take a look at the Grand Canyon Skywalk. The Grand Canyon Skywalk offers an unforgettable experience to see the Grand Canyon from a completely different perspective. The idea of walking on a skywalk suspended over the canyon rim is exciting, but the actual experience is even better. It gives you the feeling of being on top of the world while still being safely secured. The views are absolutely breathtaking. Looking down into the canyon gives a sense of the immensity of this natural wonder. It's hard to put into words the feeling you get when you're standing on the skywalk and taking in the vastness of the Grand Canyon. It's truly humbling. The skywalk is located on the south rim of the Grand Canyon in Arizona. It extends 70 feet or 21 meters over the canyon edge and is 4,736 feet or 1,449 meters above the canyon floor. Despite its height, the skywalk is incredibly stable and secure, thanks to its engineering and construction. It's made from high-strength steel and glass and can withstand winds of up to 80 miles per hour or 130 kilometers per hour. Now, before we continue, I want to mention that accessibility is an important aspect of the Grand Canyon Skywalk. While the walk itself is quite strenuous and not suitable for those with mobility issues, there are other ways to enjoy the experience. There are wheelchair-accessible viewing platforms nearby that offer similar views of the canyon without the need to walk on the skywalk. These platforms are located on the same level as the parking lot and restrooms, so it's a great option for those who are unable to access the skywalk. In addition to the wheelchair-accessible viewing platforms, there are also other facilities available to enhance the visitor experience. These include restaurants, gift shops, and more. The restaurants offer a variety of dining options, from quick bites to sit-down meals, and the gift shops feature a range of merchandise, including apparel, jewelry, and souvenirs. To get to the Grand Canyon Skywalk, visitors can drive along the South Rim Road and then park at the designated parking lot. From there, it's a short walk to the skywalk entrance. The drive along the South Rim Road is also a scenic experience in itself. offering stunning views of the Grand Canyon along the way. The road is well maintained and the journey is smooth and enjoyable. Once you've arrived at the Grand Canyon Skywalk, you'll want to allow plenty of time to soak in the incredible views and experience everything this amazing destination has to offer. It's a place that truly makes you feel like you're on top of the world. I do my best to answer them there. If you'd like to learn more about other things to do at the Grand Canyon, be sure to check out the links in the description for more information. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video about the Grand Canyon Skywalk. If you're planning a trip to this area, be sure to check out our other videos about things to do in Arizona and New Mexico. We have a whole playlist of videos about the Grand Canyon that you might enjoy. Just click the link in the description below. Until next time, safe and happy travels. I've been traveling non-stop for 9 months now, and I've taken a lot of tours. Some have been great, and some have been, well, let's just say they could have been better. But today, we are talking about one of the best tours that I've ever taken. It was a helicopter tour. It took us over some of the most beautiful landscapes in the world, and it also involved an airplane ride as well. So it's kind of like a two-part tour. And this is a tour that I would recommend to pretty much everyone. We started off by taking a helicopter from the city of Puerto Natales in Chile to the Torres del Paine National Park. The national park is famous for its incredible granite peaks, its blue glaciers, and its turquoise lakes. And even though the weather wasn't amazing when we went, it was still so incredibly beautiful. The first stop that we made was at the Gray Glacier. The Gray Glacier is one of the most accessible glaciers in Patagonia, and it's actually receding really quickly. This means that the tour company has to move the landing site further and further away from the glacier every single year. But even though we were quite far away, it was still possible to see icebergs breaking off of the glacier and floating away on the gray waters below. Seeing something like that in real life is actually mind-blowing. You never really appreciate how big glaciers are until you see one in person. And it's even more impressive if you can actually land on top of one. But that's not the only thing that we saw on this tour. We also got to see lots of guanacos, condors, and even a couple of pumas. One of the coolest things about going on a helicopter tour is that you can land in places that are just simply inaccessible by car or by foot. This meant that we could explore parts of the national park that most tourists never get to see. We also got to walk on a hanging glacier and take in the stunning views of the southern Patagonian ice field, which covers over 12,000 square kilometers of land. It's the second biggest ice field in the world. But all good things must come to an end, and it was time to get back on the helicopter and fly to our next destination, which was our next stop, which was the French Valley. The French Valley is a glacial valley that was formed during the last ice age. And even though it's called the French Valley, it wasn't actually the French who discovered it. It was actually the Spanish who named it after the French explorer Jacques Cartier. As we flew over the valley, we got to see some more incredible peaks and glaciers, including the massive and very beautiful Macizo Norte, which is one of the largest granite massifs in the world. It's about 4,000 meters high, and it covers an area of almost 600 square kilometers. When we arrived at the French Valley, we landed near a small lake called the Lago L. This is a beautiful lake that's surrounded by granite peaks, and it's home to a variety of wildlife, including guanacos, condors, and yes, even more pumas. We spent about an hour hiking around the lake and taking in the stunning views before it was time to board the helicopter again and fly back to Puerto Natales. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, this tour also involved an airplane ride. The reason for this is that Torres del Paine National Park is actually quite big, and it would take a long time to get to all of the different sites by helicopter alone. So we decided to take a small plane to another part of the park called the Balmaceda and Serrano Glacier. To get there, we had to fly over some of the most beautiful landscapes in Chile, including the beautiful town of Puerto Natales, the stunning Cuernos del Paine, and the famous Gray Glacier. Once we arrived at Balmaceda and Serrano, we landed on a tiny airstrip that was carved out of a glacier. It's actually quite rare to be able to do this these days, because most glaciers are simply too thin to support the weight of an airplane. But thankfully, this one was thick enough, and it gave us some absolutely incredible views of the park. From there, we took a boat ride through a canal that was surrounded by tall cliffs and beautiful waterfalls. The canal was actually formed by the recession of the nearby glaciers, and it's home to a variety of wildlife, including seals, dolphins, and sometimes even whales. Unfortunately, we didn't see any of those animals on our tours, but the scenery was still absolutely breathtaking. Once we reached the other side of the canal, we stopped at a small lodge where we were able to stretch our legs and have a snack. The lodge was also solar-powered, which is pretty cool because you don't often see that in such a remote place. After a while, it was time to board the boat again and head back to the airstrip. From there, we took the plane back to Puerto Natales, and that was the end of our tour. Overall, I would highly recommend this tour to anyone who travels to Patagonia. It's truly one of the most beautiful places in the world, and seeing it from the air is simply breathtaking. Plus, the tour guides were excellent. They were very knowledgeable and passionate about the park, and they made sure that we had a fantastic time. Now, I know that this tour is not cheap, but it is definitely worth the money in my opinion. If you're looking for an unforgettable experience, then I highly recommend checking it out. Just be prepared to spend a lot of money. Now, before I wrap up this video, I just want to say thank you to all of the tour guides and companies that made this trip possible. You guys are truly the best, and I hope that you know how much I appreciate everything that you did for me. And with that said, I think it's time to start planning my next adventure. There are so many places in the world that I still want to see, and I can't wait to share them with you. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And also, check out my podcast. And finally, if you're still here, then thank you so much for watching this video. It really means a lot to me. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.